Jyotimiran Gyananjana-shalakaya
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
Chakshurunmilitam
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
Yena
येन
Tasmai
तस्मै
Shri Gurave Namaha
श्रीगुरवे
Nama
नमः
Om
ॐ
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya
कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय
Bhutale
भूतले
Srimate
श्रीमते
Bhakti Vedanta
भक्तिवेदान्त
Swami
स्वामी
Niti
निति
Namine
नामिने
Namaste
नमस्ते
Saraswate
सरस्वती
Deve
देवे
Gauravani
गौरवाणी
Pracharine Nirvishesha
प्रचारिणे
Shunyavadi
निर्विशेष
Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya
जय
Shri
श्री
Krishna
कृष्ण
Chaitanya
चैतन्य
Prabhu
प्रभु
Nityananda
नित्यानंद
Shri
श्री
Advaita
अद्वैत
Gadadhara
गदाधर
Shri
श्रीवासदि
Gaura
गौर
Bhakta
भक्त
Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्णा
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare Hare
हरे
Hare Rama
राम
Hare
हरे
Rama
राम
Rama
राम
Rama
राम
Hare
हरे
Hare.
हरे हरे कृष्णा.
So we hope that from the Krishna Kathas yesterday and the day before, we all have received a little taste of the sweetness and the secrets of Sri Krishna Leela.
हरि बोल.
We would have also experienced the undercuttings that are flowing via Bhagavad Gita and also Srimad Bhagavatam. And if we simply study these two scriptures, just by studying them regularly, by the mercy and potency of Srila Prabhupada, many intricate aspects of the absolute truth, Sri Vrajendra Nandan Krishna, can manifest in our hearts.
Hari Bol. So, in today's concluding session on the occasion of Sri Krishna Janmashtami, we will narrate some of the exceptionally sweet pastimes of Sri Krishna, so we may dive into the nectarian ocean of the transcendental bliss, and we may prepare our hearts in such a manner that the divine couple Shri Radha and Krishna may choose to make our hearts as their permanent residence. So today we will start with citing a verse from the Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that is written by Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, where Srila Rupa Goswami is declaring कृष्णस्य पूर्णतमता व्यक्तभूद्गोकुलान्तरे पूर्णता पूर्णतरथा द्वारका
Dwarka
मथुरादिषु.
Mathuradishu. Lord Krishna is perfect in Dwarka, more perfect in Mathura, and most perfect in Vrindavan.
हरिवो.
And so we prefer to worship the most perfect Krishna in Vrindavan from beginning to end. And actually, this Vrindavan mood is a place of very dynamic activity. It's excitement and it's completely surrendered, completely centered around Krishna. Any kind of trouble that Brajvasis come to, any kind of excitement and happy news that Brajvasis come, any kind of anxieties, they just run to Krishna and they find utter solace and shelter in Krishna's association. It's not that we take Krishna's shelter only when we are in distressful situations. Actually, more dangerous are the materially happy situations in our life because that's when we tend to get attached to this material world. That's when we need to take more shelter of Krishna. Krishna, save me from these material attachments. I'm very grateful that you have given this so called sukha, material happiness, in this form. Thank you so much. But please help me to be more attached to you and save me from being attached to all of the allurements of this material world. That's when We can hear, we can see the examples of the Brajbasis, how they take shelter of Krishna, not only in distress, but also in happiness.
Hare Hare. So we can see as Sri Satyavrata Muni, he glorifies Sri Damodar in the third verse of the Sri Damodar Ashtakam. Satyavrata Muni sings, Iti driksvalila
Nanda
bherananda kunde
Kunde
Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari
Chantam Akyapayantam Tadiyeshitanyeshu Bhaktarjitatvam
Puna
Puna
prematastam
Prematastam Shatavriti
shatavriti.
Bande.
Here, Satyavrata Muni is saying Ananda Kunde in ponds of bliss. How? What is Krishna doing? That by such childhood pastimes as this Sri Damodar Leela, Krishna is drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of His supreme majesty that He is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is freed from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, Satyavrata Muni is saying, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. So, when we need, to, like Prabhu was saying, in extreme despair or in extreme happiness, we must seek shelter of Krishna. It is said that in extreme despair, we actually seek an experience of love. Because in that despair situation, like we see here, when Mother Draupadi was put in extreme despair situation, such a precarious situation, she was saved by Krishna. And that resulted in deepening her relationship with Krishna. We see here when the gopis, the Vrajavadhus, when they would miss Krishna so much that Krishna would actually disappear from their vision, from the arena of the rasa dance. They would be in extreme despair. They would really miss Krishna so much. And then they would sing the Gopi Geet, they would remember Krishna's pastimes, and then Krishna would manifest in front of them. And he declares that, my dear gopis, you did not see me momentarily, but I was here. I was here and listening to each and every one of your glorifications. So, this is how Krishna reciprocates. In extreme despair situations, we can experience the summum bonum of love. That is the beauty of Krishna's love.
So let's hear the wonderful pastimes of Krishna and Balaram. This pastime talks about how Krishna and Balaram they would wrestle for laddus. They were very small, very tiny. They're not wearing many clothes, just a golden waist belt with a small bell on it. That was the only cloth that Krishna and Balaram would wear, an ornament. And this little bell would be ringing, and Krishna would run all around, and sound would be coming from his belt and his um, ankle belts. So one time, the young gopis they surrounded Krishna and Balaram, and they told, "We want a wrestling match. We want a wrestling match between you two. And you know what? Whoever wins will get a laddu." And so Krishna Balaram said, Laddu. They looked at each other and then they started slapping their arms. Yes, acting like wrestlers. They're just little small kids, not wearing any clothes except the waist belt and ankle bells and slapping thighs, hitting arms. And Lord Balaram, he he jumped to each other. And then the fight started becoming more intense and they were starting to fight so intensely.
And then they made a pact amongst each other. They said, Balaram said that you hit me little bit and I'll pretend as if I fell down. And then I will get up. Then you will get the laddu. Then next time I will pretend to hit you. Then you fall down. And then I will get a laddu. So with this pact of arrangement, both of them had this wrestling match and they were just one was winning, the other was losing, the other was losing, the one was winning. Like this, both of them started getting laddus alternately, winning and like this, and then they started eating the laddus. And this was their beautiful intelligence, that without actually hurting each other, they were enjoying the laddus. And the gopis, they also knew what Krishna Balaram were doing, but they were also impressed by the intelligence of Krishna Balaram, that they were just pretending to wrestle amongst each other and finally just getting the laddus. So this is how Krishna and Balaram enjoyed laddus through a beautiful wrestling match.
So one time on Janmashtami, Krishna was a little older, and there was a big problem in Nanda Bhavan every Janmashtami. Because every Janmashtami, Krishna would invite all of his cowherd boyfriends and he would insist that on this day of my appearance, I want to give each of my cowherd boyfriends a gift, a return gift. Generally, in birthday parties, the guests bring gifts. But Krishna wanted to set an example. No, the person whose appearance day is there, they must serve others and give return gifts to them. And so Krishna would be very, very picky and choosy about these return gifts. So Nanda Maharaj, throughout the year, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Devi would plan, oh, Janmashtami is coming, 11 months remaining, 10 months remaining, 9 months remaining. What should be the return gifts that we should gather for next year? And so the Janmashtami came, and all of the cowherd boyfriends of Krishna started coming in. And first was Sudama. Sudama, he came and he said, well, you know what, Krishna? I will, I will just give you a tilak. And he took cow dung, he brought cow dung, and from cow dung he put tilak on Krishna. And Krishna was very happy. Oh, wow, cow dung tilak, wonderful, wonderful. I'm decorated with that. Then another person came, he gave some wonderful flowers to Krishna. And so many different gifts, each one were giving. They were very simple gifts, but very, very thoughtful. They would, uh, and so it was a three-colored flower. And Krishna saw the love in these simple gifts.
So then, but receiving these gifts, as soon as Krishna received them, he was very happy to receive these gifts from his friends. But then Krishna became very sad, very, very sad, because he went to Nanda Baba and said, Baba, what do I have to give them back? So Nanda Baba, he removed his big, you know, chest,
Chest.
which was filled with so much, precious pearls and rubies and diamonds and emeralds and beautiful pashmina shawls. He said, these are all these precious gifts, Kanha, that I have collected, and you can gift it to your friends. Krishna looked at those gifts and said, Shh! Look at this tilak, this cow dung tilak, that pashmina shawl, it's nowhere near that. Your diamonds, can you see this three-colored flower? It's nowhere near that. How can I do? What can I do? So Krishna was very sad. So Balaramji, Dauji Maharaj, he took Krishna aside and said, Krishna, why don't you give them something that you have but nobody else has? Give them something like that.
And then Krishna looked at Balaramji and jumped up and ran to his friends. And his friends were already outside the courtyard. Even outside the courtyard, they were under a tree, and they were just playing on the tree, hanging around and running around the trees. And Krishna came there and shouted to everyone, "Come, come! I want to give you gift time!" And all the cowherd boyfriends said, "Yay, gifts, gifts!" And they came and they lined up to receive the gift. And then Krishna very slowly came to the first person, first cowherd boy, and then hugged him very tightly and said, "This is my gift. I have nothing else to give you except me.
Haribo.
Please accept me." And he hugged them, and one by one, he gave the gift of his love, gift of his hugs. Just Krishna telling them, "I am yours
Haribo.
and you are mine." And that is all that we need. That is the gift of Janmashtami. Simply, if we say, "Krishna, I am yours, Tavasmi." There is a verse in Ramayana where Lord Ramachandra says that if someone comes and says, "Tavasmi Chayachate," if someone says, "Tavasmi," I will immediately give them shelter. In fact, even if Ravana comes today and says, "I'm yours," I will give him shelter. I will forgive him. So, in this way, this is the magic secret mood that we must have when we chant, when we do our service. "Krishna, I am yours." And then I aspire to come to the level where I can say, "You are mine."
Haribo.
I have to become qualified to be able to say that. But "I am yours." And then Krishna would immediately accept our service, our chanting, our consciousness as we love.
Haribo. So the next pastime is a pastime entitled Damodara is Dancing. Now we all know about Srila Jiva Goswami Pad. Jiva Goswami, his worshipable deity is Shri Shri Radha Damodar ji. This is Radha Damodar. So Damodar is the worshipable deity of Srila Jiva Goswami Pad. And one day, Srila Jiva Goswami was sitting and writing. And at that time, he heard a very melodious, divine, sound of the flute playing. And when he heard that flute playing, he immediately stopped writing. And then he heard someone calling out his name from inside the altar. He said, Jiva, Jiva, please come here. I am playing the flute for you, my dear Jiva. Please come and see. Jiva Goswami was very startled. And he came inside and he saw, what did he see? He saw the deity of Sri Damodara was dancing. There was butter strewn all around, and Damodara Bhagwan was dancing. The deity of Damodar was dancing right in front of Srila Jiva Goswami's eyes. And seeing the beauty of Lord Damodara, while he was dancing, Jiva Goswami, he was just filled with divine ecstasy. He saw that, Krishna, Damodar, has such beautiful lotus like eyes. His smile was so beautiful and divine that Jiva Goswami could see Krishna's, Damodar's teeth also. And he was dancing and he was saying, Jiva, do you see me dancing? Do you see me dancing? I am dancing for you. And Jiva Goswami, he just fell down in ecstasy in obeisances to Lord Damodara. So these are these special sweet pastimes that Sri Damodara had loving exchanges with Srila Jiva Goswami Pad.
In another pastime, one time, Nanda Maharaj, he wanted to take his family and all the Brajbasis on a pilgrimage to Badrikashram, to Badrinath, Kedarnath. And Krishna didn't want Nanda Maharaj or the Brajbasis to ever leave Vraja, the Vrajadham, Vrajamandala. So Krishna said, Baba, no, please don't leave Vraja. Badrinath is right here. And Nanda Maharaj said, Oh, Kanha, you're so innocent. Badrinath is in the Himalayas. You're too young. You don't know. Actually, it's in the Himalayas and not here. And when Mother Yashoda heard what Krishna was saying, she said,
Oh, my Lala, you are very little. Don't think about all of this. Come on my lap and just come and sleep. Let Baba decide all of these things.
and Krishna was thinking, I've grown so much, but Nanda Baba and Maya, they think I'm still a baby. I'm a big boy. Why do they treat me like a baby even? Even though I'm no longer a baby, Mother Yashoda lovingly kisses my toe, bites my toe, and every time she puts me to sleep, she will ward the evil eye away from me. I'm still a baby to them, but they have to take me seriously. And then he said, Maya, Baba, please believe me. You don't have to go to Himalayas for darshan of Badrinath. Badrinath Dham is here in Vrajadham. Come. And he took the hand of Nanda and Mother Yashoda on each side and said, Come, I will take you to see Badrinath here. And Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda, they loved Krishna so much that they completely believed him, said, Okay, Krishna, Kanha, you are saying it's here, it must be here. Take us wherever you want. All of us will come with you.
Haribol. So Krishna declared, so come with me. I have manifested Sri Badrinath Dham here in Vrajamandala for all of you, my dear Brajavasis. This place will be known as Adi Badri, the original Sri Badrinath Dham, because I am manifesting it here. This is Adi Badri Dham. So Nanda Baba and Jashoda Maya, they all started walking behind Krishna. And then when they, and all of us also, let us try to go behind the Brajbasis and Krishna and let us try and take darshan of Badrinath. Let us go and see the magic of Adi Badri in Vrajadham.
Actually, there is a place when we do the Vrajmandal Parikrama. One of the days we go to Badrinath and Kedarnath Dham in Vrajamandal, the
Haribol.
Adi Badri and Adi Kedar.
So then this is the Adi Badri Dham. So let us all, Krishna is running up the stairs and Nanda Baba behind him, Yashoda Maya behind him, Brajabasis, and all of us also are going behind on the stairs running along. So everybody ready? Let's go and take darshan. So then Krishna, he tells, okay, is everybody ready? All of you are ready? Krishna says, close your eyes. And then when I tell you all, when you open your eyes, you will have darshan of Adi Badrinath. Badri Vishal will, you will see him and you will envision a miracle. So then Krishna, when you all of us opened our eyes, we are seeing in Vrindavan Dham. Shri Badri Vishal is right here. This is the original deity of Shri Badrinath. Shri Badri Vishal. And Krishna said, "Look, look, look carefully in the lotus eyes of Badrinath. Look at the eyes of Shri Badri Vishal." And lo and behold, what do we see? We see that the beautiful deity of Shri Badrinath is actually blinking. The deity is blinking. So, envisioning this wonderful, miraculous sight, all of us, the Brajbasis, Nanda Baba, Jashoda Maya, they are all hugging Krishna. That while staying in Brajadham, we are able to see Sri Adi Badri Vishal Dham here. This is so amazing, and Nanda Baba just embraced his miracle child Krishna. He was so filled with happiness that because of Krishna, we were able to see Badrinath without having to travel all the way to the Himalayas. Krishna brought Badrinath here. Jai Shri Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai.
Another wonderful, rare pastime of Krishna. We all know the pastime of how when Vasudev was crossing the river Jamuna, Jamuna Devi had the desire to touch the lotus feet of Krishna, and her desire was fulfilled by Krishna, and she became so happy. And from that day, Bhumi Devi started waiting. When will that day come when I would be able to be blessed with the dust of Krishna's lotus feet? And it almost seemed that that day would never come because Mother Yashoda would never put Kanha down from her lap. Almost all the time, Krishna would be in her loving arms, or he would just crawl within the palace grounds of Nanda Baba, but would never venture out with his lotus feet on Bhumi Devi. কবে হবে সেদিন আমার কবে হবে বলো সেদিন আমার. There is a wonderful song in Bengali like that. When will that day come? Oh, when will that day come? And Bhumi Devi kept waiting for that day when the Lord would finally come out of the palace.
So, in this way, Krishna Balaram, they were never coming out. They would steal the butter, whatever they would do inside the palace of Nanda Baba. Mother Yashoda would catch Krishna and Balaram for stealing butter. Whatever that would always happen within the home of Nanda Baba. So, Krishna Balaram never came out. So, she was getting more and more disheartened. When will that day come? When will that day come? So, seeing that eagerness, that day finally came when Krishna and Balaram came out of their palace and they started playing with their friends on the sacred banks of the Jamuna. And Krishna placed his lotus feet upon Bhumi Devi. And Bhumi Devi, she was so happy, and she came personified in front of Krishna, and she said, "My dear Krishna, my dear Lord, today my life is a grand success. I have been waiting to receive the dust of your lotus feet, but I don't have anything to give you. I don't have anything to offer to you other than my own mud and dirt. What can I offer you?"
I and Krishna said, I will accept your love in the form of your mud, dear Bhumi Devi.
Bhumi Devi said, "But oh Krishna, Mother Yashoda feeds you such tasty, delicious, soft butter every day."
Well, the taste that I derive by eating Mother Yashoda's butter will be the same when I taste the mud you offer.
Haribo.
And saying this, Krishna started eating the dirt, the mud of Shri Vrajabhumi, Vrajabhumi ki mitti. And seeing baby Krishna's unlimited compassion like this, Bhumi Devi, she simply cried and cried tears of ecstasy and she expressed her heartfelt gratitude to Sri Krishna.
Hari
Thank you,
Hari.
Krishna. Thank you. This is what my life is successful. This was what I was waiting for.
So meanwhile, Balaramji, Daoji Maharaj saw Kanha eating, mud. So immediately he stopped. Hey Kanha, what are you doing? Don't eat mud. And Krishna was pushing Balaram away and said, no, I want to eat more. I want to eat more. So then Balaram went and complained to Mother Jashoda. And Mother Jashoda said, okay, Kanha, did you eat mud? And then Krishna said, no, Maya, I didn't eat mud. I didn't eat. Balaram is lying. I didn't eat. So then Krishna and Mother Yashoda said, okay, Kanha, open your mouth. And Krishna said, ha ha ha, and he opened his mouth. And as soon as he opened his mouth, lo and behold, what did Mother Jashoda see? She saw the entire creation. And she even saw the entire Brahmanda, every living entity, and she saw even herself, looking into the mouth of Krishna. Everything, moving and non moving, was present in the mouth of Krishna. And seeing this, she was so bewildered. And she started glorifying Krishna. Oh, I was thinking this is my baby. Oh, no. And she started doing stuti and, singing the Purusha Shukta. And Krishna was like, ew, Mother Jashoda, no. Don't sing Purusha Shukta for me. I don't like you to sing Purusha Shukta. So then Krishna ordered, Yogamaya, please make Mother Yashoda forget my Bhagavan aspect. Please make her forget. I don't like to hear Mother Yashoda singing Purusha Shukta to me. I want her to chastise me. That is what is, nice sound to my ears. So then Mother Jashoda was covered up by Yogamaya and she forgot that Krishna is the supreme, and then she started saying, Kanha, are you okay? Never, next time you should never eat mud. And Krishna said, yes, Maya, no more. So she completely forgot. So why is Vrajadhuli so glorious? His Grace Dinabandhu Prabhu makes a statement that the reason why the dust of Vraja is so glorious is because Thakur ji ne Braj ki Raj khai thi. Because Krishna ate the dirt of Sri Brajadham, and that is the reason why that Vraja Renu, or the dust of Vraja, became so glorious, is so glorious, because Krishna himself has eaten that mud. So this is how Krishna roams about, catching onto the tail of the calf. He roams around, and from that day, Bhumi Devi was continuously showered by the dust from the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So the lotus footprints, how do they guide the pastimes? It is so beautiful that Sri Radha and Krishna, they are always they meet in secrecy. But how do they communicate where they will go? So Govardhan, Sri Giriraj Govardhan, he makes arrangements that wherever in Govardhan, Krishna and Srimati Radharani, they step, they leave footprints behind. And these footprints are very special, that wherever Krishna goes, there's black footprints. Wherever Srimati Radharani goes, there are red footprints. Wherever Balaramji goes, there is white footprints. So, whenever Balaramji sees that, oh, there's black footprints and there's red footprints, that means Sri Radha and Krishna are together. And Balaramji does not go that side, he goes on a different side so as not to embarrass Srimati Radharani. And even Srimati Radharani, when she sees that Krishna's footprints are alone, then she goes to Krishna. But if it's along with Balaramji, if there are white footprints, then she doesn't go that side. So this is how the Vrajadham manifests, with the footprints to facilitate the divine pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna. Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai. So, our final pastime that we would like to share with all of you is the Prema Vaichitti pastime, which is the um, loving service in Vipralambha Bhava, in the mood of separation. So, this beautiful pastime was narrated to us during the Vrajamandal Parikrama by His Holiness Srila Radharaman Maharaj. And we need to understand that we are not qualified to actually even be speaking about this pastime. But just like a parrot repeating whatever we've heard from our acharyas, in that mood only, we are sharing this very, very intimate and very confidential pastime. So this pastime took place in a place called as Prem Sarovar, which falls in between Barshana and Nandagaon. There is one place called as Prema Sarovar, where Shri Shri Radha and Krishna and the gopis, they got together. They always would get together in this place and enjoy beautiful pastimes. The gopis had arranged for a wonderful swing, and Radha and Krishna were swinging. They were playing in this wonderful area, and Srimati Radharani was getting, bedecked with flowers by Krishna, and both of them were appearing to look like beautiful flowers. Srimati Radharani is already so beautifully covered with flowers, and she was looking like a pink golden lotus. That's how she was looking, so beautiful. And looking at her divine beauty, one bumblebee, a cute little bumblebee, mistook the beautiful face of Srimati Radharani to be a flower. And that bumblebee started coming near the lotus face of Srimati Radharani, trying to extract some honey from her lotus face. And Sri Dama, who was standing right next to Srimati Radharani, he was actually using a chamara to fan the divine couple. That was his seva. So as soon as he saw that there's a bumblebee trying to disturb Srimati Radharani, he started fanning harder. As soon as he started fanning harder, that bumblebee flew away. Of course, it got frightened. And what did Sri Dama say? मधु भाग गया, मैंने मधु को भगा दिया. Meaning madhu means in Hindi a bumblebee or a honeybee is called as madhumakhi. So in short form, Sri Dama said, madhu ko bhaga diya. I chased madhu away. I chased madhu away. Madhu ran away, flew away. And as soon as Srimati Radharani heard this statement from Sri Dama, she broke down into torrential tears and she started crying so profusely. Krishna was shocked. Krishna sitting right next to Srimati Radharani. And Krishna said, "Oh Radhe, why are you crying? Why are you crying?" And Srimati Radharani, in her ecstasy, she started saying, "Oh, Kanha, my Madhu has gone. My Madhu has gone," because one of the names of Krishna is Madhu. So she thought, as soon as Sri Dama said, "Madhu bhag gaya," Madhu flew away, Madhu went away, Srimati Radharani thought that Krishna has gone. And seeing Srimati Radharani cry, even Krishna couldn't control his tears. He started crying profusely while saying to Srimati Radharani, "But Radhe, look." He started touching Radharani and saying, "Radhe, look, I'm right here next to you. I'm right here next to you." But Srimati Radharani, she lost all composure to external surrounding, and she went into such a state of separation that she literally thought that Krishna has gone away. So this state, Srila Radharaman Maharaj explains that this state, when the beloved is, although physically present right next to us, when we feel that he is no longer there with us, that state is called as Prema Vaichitti. And experiencing this love, Sri Radha and Krishna, they were crying profusely. Seeing them, the gopis were crying. Everyone was crying. And Srimati Radharani literally fainted in ecstasy. And then, Krishna was crying, Radharani was crying, the gopis are crying, and with all of their loving tears, an entire sarovara was made, an entire pond was made, which came to be known as Prem Sarovar. This is the Prema Sarovara. So they literally melted, their bodies melted into liquid form and formed this Prem Sarovar. So this is the actual picture of Sri Prem Sarovar, and which is the ultimate objective of our devotional lives, as we were discussing yesterday, that vipralambha bhava, to cultivate the loving mood of service in separation. When we are attached to serving the instructions of our spiritual masters, then we may be millions of miles away physically, but spiritually, we will be deeply connected with our gurus. This is the beauty of Vipralambha Seva.
So these are the wonderful, amazing, mystical, mysterious pastimes of Krishna. And Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full of 64 qualities. In fact, even Lord Narayan has, Lord Vishnu, Narayan, they have 60 qualities. But there are four qualities, extra qualities, that only Krishna has, which make him the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Would you like to hear what are those four qualities out of the 64 qualities that are unique just in Krishna, which make him Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam? The first quality is Rupa Madhuri. Second, Venu Madhuri. Third, Leela Madhuri. And fourth, Bhakta Pariveshtita. Rupa Madhuri, that Krishna is supremely beautiful. He's the most attractive, most beautiful. Venu Madhuri, only Krishna of all the incarnations. He is the source of all incarnations. Venu Madhuri, he carries a flute. Leela Madhuri, only Krishna has these amazing pastimes in the different mellows with his devotees. All the five rasas, the five primary rasas, and there are many, many secondary rasas in which Krishna has these pastimes with his devotees. All the other incarnations, most of their pastimes are in Aishwarya Bhav, in Dasya Rasa. But Krishna has Leela Madhuri. His pastimes are in Vatsalya Ras, Madhurya Ras, Swakiya Madhurya Ras, Parakiya Madhurya Ras, Sakhya Ras, Shanta Ras. So many different rasas. And then the fourth quality is Bhakta Pariveshtita, which means Krishna is always surrounded by his devotees. Never is he alone. We may say, well, I have seen a picture of Krishna where he's just wandering alone in the forest playing the flute. Is he not alone? Is this not Bhakta Pariveshtita? It is, because he is surrounded by Yamuna, by the trees, by the blades of grass, by the deer, by the calves and the birds who are just looking, gazing at him. These are all great souls who are surrounding Krishna, great bhakta, great devotees surrounding Krishna. And therefore, he has this unique quality of bhakta pariveshtita.
So, with this, we finally conclude our session today. Thank you all so much. We would like to take any questions, comments, realizations, or reflections at this time. Thank you all so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Mataji. As always, it was so blissful and wonderful. We got transported to Vrindavan, Mataji. It was so nectarian. We could actually see Krishna, and thank you for setting this mood for Janmashtami. Devotees, anybody has questions can raise hands. I
We
don't
just
think
want to
questions.
add one more point that on this welcoming our consciousness for Janmashtami, let us pray to Krishna that we may be able to please attract our hearts and minds, just like Krishna's name suggests, the most attractive. Please attract our hearts and minds and take us away from the attraction to this material world. Please grant us the sincerity so we can perform Namaruchi, Vaishnav Seva, Jivadaya with devotion, dedication, simplicity, sincerity, and humility towards our Gurujan, towards Srila Prabhupada, and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Sumangala Hari Sevini Mataji, you can ask a question.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Mataji, Dandat pranams to you for such a
Hare.
nice class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you said in the class that we should come to a state wherein we can offer ourselves to the Lord. So that is the best offering oneself to the Lord. And saying that Krishna, I'm yours. But to say that Krishna, you are mine, we have to have that qualification. So I just want to know more about that, Prabhuji, how to qualify for that, other than being a sincere, I mean, following the instructions of the gurus and taking diksha, and so, I mean, doing all that things that they ask us to do. Apart from that, what else we can do, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice question. Yes, I am yours is something uh, which we say, but we must act on that. And when we act on the platform consistently, which is by following the instructions of Guru and Krishna and serving the devotees and constantly remembering, I belong to Krishna, I belong to no one else. I belong to Krishna, my Guru Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada. And in that consciousness, when we continue acting, Krishna is attracted by that consciousness. And then when Krishna is attracted by that consciousness, he comes and says, I am yours. That's when we can tell him, Krishna, you are mine. I am yours and you are mine. But at the same time, so we should not judge or be presumptuous that yes, I am attracting Krishna. We are at the platform, we are hardly able to. Uh, Krishna is wanting us to be attracted, but we are just hardly reciprocating with his attraction. The Vrajbasis, they can say, meaning Mother Yashoda can very confidently say, yes, Krishna, I'm yours and you are mine. But at our level, we are at the level of, we should be in the level of dasya, right, as a sadhaka. So if we can continue performing our sadhana, continue performing our seva, and continue performing jivadaya or prachar or sharing this consciousness with everyone, then Krishna would be attracted and we can say, you are mine.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandat pranams. Very much grateful to you, both of you, Prabhuji. It's our fortune that we got the classes and guidance for the 3 days. I mean, before Janmashtami to set the right mood in us. Prabhuji, I just wanted to know, like, what mental preparations that we can do because I'm traveling today. So hopefully I won't be able to do the puja at home. So how can I worship the Lord for the Janmashtami? How can I cannot do this, I mean, puja, all that, Prabhuji. So how can I do the best way, Prabhuji, in mentally or something like that, Prabhuji? How can I do the serve the Lord mentally perfectly? Hare Krishna.
The best worship of Krishna is by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, if you're traveling, while traveling, if you are as much as possible, if you are able to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, maybe chant more than 16 rounds, uh, as much as
छाया, वो
possible.
कुर्सी है ना, उसके ऊपर चढ़ना, उधर है ना,
Hare Krishna.
उधर कुर्सी है ना, उसके ऊपर चढ़ सकती है.
Shilpa Mataji, Hare Krishna. Shilpa Mataji. Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I'm
Sorry,
really
Prabhu.
sorry. Forgive me.
No problem. So, yes, if you're traveling, just chant as many rounds as possible, preferably more than 16 rounds. And that would be the best worship of Krishna. In our mind, we can also be in our consciousness, we can meditate that we are performing arti for Krishna, we are dressing baby Krishna, maybe dressing Laddu Gopal and serving him, performing Abhishek for Laddu Gopal in our consciousness, and he will accept all this service in our consciousness. But the primary service with which he'll be pleased is by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra as much as possible.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I was not satisfied. Like how I'll do, I will do. I will. I'm going to miss everything. I'm going to miss everything. So that was very disturbing for me, Prabhuji. So I just, Prabhuji, I just want to see all the videos that you and Mataji took for the previous 2 days also in your YouTube channel. I did not get it.
We will be
So
sharing it very soon.
hopefully
Mataji,
I'll
please.
get it, Prabhuji. I think you had uploaded the videos. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Again, to get this bliss, we want to watch it again and again. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams to both of you. We are really fortunate and we all seek your blessings for the to progress in bhakti. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams to both of
Hare
you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shobha Mataji and Prabhu, then we have a question in the chat that I'll take it up. Shobha Mataji, you can ask your question. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dhanvat Pranams. That session was such a beautiful session, Prabhuji, Mataji, that one realization today I got that with the Janmashtami celebrations, there are n number of sevas which I'm supposed to do for my center, but then in some way I got carried away that I should do this best because I know this, why the devotee, other devotee has got this service, I'll do this also, I'll do that also, and in that flow somewhere I forgot that this is Krishna's birthday. And so with the 3 days this session was like I felt like every time there was something in my mind that told me that it's Krishna's birthday, it's not yours, that you are going to showcase yourself that I do this the best. You have to do the best that Krishna should see and he should be happy. That's it, you're doing for his pleasure. That realization with the 3 days, Mataji, I've got. And today I felt so sad about, like, which you said na, Vipralamba. So it was like this session should never end, it should go on and on so that I could listen. So I will, especially with Narayani Mataji, I will tell that, request her that such sessions should be there at least monthly. Something can be done because this was so wonderful. And again, I would like to know, Prabhuji, like, how with these sevas which I'm saying that today I've got the realization, I know, then again after the whole day I'll be busy with something around the sevas only, then again by the evening time the same thought will come to my mind. So like most of the things you've answered, but still I would like to know, like, how should I avoid these thoughts that I should do this because I'm best at that. So with thinking is that thought process is not leaving me at all. I'm going on with that, and I'm getting tired because of that also. Is still my center head had said, don't do that many sevas that you are tired on the day of Janmashtami, because next day we have to celebrate Vyas Puja of Srila Prabhupada. But my thought process is not allowing me, and it's dragging me like anything. So how do I avoid that, Prabhuji? That I would like to know.
Um, yes, I mean, as long as it's a very sincere question, and as long as when these thoughts come that I am the best in doing this and so I must do this seva, if we remember that this quality, that I'm able to do this service so nicely, the source of that quality is Krishna. And in this way, if we can remember Krishna, whenever this thought comes, oh, because I have this wonderful quality, I'm a great cook, or I design or decorate very nicely, or I do book distribution very nicely, or do so many, any thought that comes, instead of negating it, instead of saying, no, 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 I'm not that, we must acknowledge it. Yes, I am good at this, and it belongs to Krishna. This quality actually belongs to Krishna, and he has loaned it to me so that I can use it in his service. So if we just acknowledge that, we'll be remembering Krishna through these thoughts rather than thinking this quality belongs to me. If we just change that and say, yes, this quality is there, but this quality is loaned to me by Krishna, it belongs to Krishna. So Krishna is so great that he has this quality.
And
Okay,
also, if
thank you.
we also, one other thing that, practically speaking, what we can do also is glorify others and see what good qualities they are having and glorify them, in their service to Krishna. Once we glorify devotees, then automatically we are thinking less about oneself, ourselves. We are thinking less. We should think, okay, what are those devotees doing? How, wonderfully they are serving. Just see, the attention to details they are giving. Something, glorifying the other devotees and glorifying their service attitude. That also is very, very pleasing to Krishna.
Haribol, thank you so much, Prabhuji Mataji, because this will certainly help in that. What a wonderful view towards this process, that don't negate it. Because I was continuously thinking since 3 days with your sessions that what am I doing? How am I going to for Janmashtami, just because I want to showcase my talent. So now I got that guidance how to go with this process. That way I can remember Krishna all the time. Thank you so much, Prabhuji Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Hare
pranams.
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, do we have time? Can I read out one question?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Hare Krishna. So Neeta Varyani Mataji has written, Hare Krishna, Pranams Prabhuji Mataji. Is it okay to bring the dust from Vrindavan or no? As some say we should not, as we are separating them from the Dham. Hare Krishna.
Well, regarding the dust of the dham, even Yamuna water, we bring Yamuna water with us, we bring Ganga water with us, we bring the dust of the holy dhams with us, so that we can carry a portion of the dham, is there with us, like that, So it's not an offense to bring Vraja Renu, not offensive at all, but it is offensive if some devotees sometimes, when they're doing Giriraj Parikrama, they just pick up Shilas, Giriraj Shilas, and they bring them home. That is very offensive. That should not be done, because Govardhan Shila, Giriraj Shila, is the way to receive Giriraj Shila is only through a Brajabasi. If a Brajabasi gives us Giriraj Shila, then we can accept. Otherwise, if we just pick up a Giriraj Shila and bring, then the amount of, if we have picked up a small Giriraj, then that much amount in gold we should leave for Dham Seva. So we should never bring Giriraj on our own. That is offensive. but to bring to bring the dust of Vraja, dust of any holy dhams, no problem. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very wonderful to hear from you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. We'll take one last question. Yes, Srimati Shyama Priya Devidasi Mataji. Please ask.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams. Thank you for the wonderful bliss. Mataji, my question is in extension to the previous question regarding the Braj Renu and Braj Reti. Then we should bring it only from Raman Reti, or because we are traveling and we take it for a long time. So this is available in the shops there locally also, in the Radha Raman temple outside or Banki Vihari. They sell those things with sealed ones. So is it offensive to buy from there, or should we pick it up only from Raman Reti? Please clarify. Hare Krishna.
You can pick it up from anywhere in Vraja. Anywhere in the Churasi Kosh of Vraja Mandala, you can pick up Braja Renu. It's all of Braja, not just Raman Reti. Raman Reti is the place that Krishna Balaram just would, they would play in Raman Reti. And they would roll around in Raman Reti. That's why devotees, when they go to Raman Reti, they roll around because Krishna Balaram did that. They rolled around over there. But Krishna ate the mitti at Brahmanda Ghat. So, which is near Gokul. So anywhere in Churasi Kosh of Sri 84 Kroshas of Rajamandala, from anywhere you can, pick up Raja Renu. Or if you want to buy, like even in Brahmanda Ghat, they sell tilak of the mitti over there. So that also can be taken. Anything is fine.
Thank you so much for clarifying, Mataji. Had a doubt for a long time. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Pranams.
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Really indebted to you both for spending 3 days with us and bringing us to that consciousness. And each time we have to remind ourselves. So this was beautiful, beautiful pastimes today. And those pastimes which we've heard but never got into that consciousness. We just read it plainly, at least for me, whenever I read also. Like yesterday when you told me about emotions, I've been practicing that and I hope to continue that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can we end
Thank you
the
so much
session
for
with
accepting
prayers?
our
Hare
service.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you for
Krishna.
this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Obeisance to in your lotus feet, Prabhuji Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to all devotees. Can I end the class, Mataji? Hare Krishna to all
Hare
devotees.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.